Most big cats kill by suffocation. Jaguars kill differently. Instead of crushing the throat, they often bite straight through the skull. Jaguars don't just hunt deer or capybaras, they hunt giant otters, caimans, giant turtles, even crocodiles, which raises a strange question. What exactly turned the jaguar into this? Because unlike cheetahs built for speed, or lions built for open plains, jaguars evolved in darkness. Dense rainforest, flooded wetlands, rivers filled with reptiles, a world where brute strength matters more than speed, and where seeing the predator usually means it's already too late. The jaguar doesn't look like the largest big cat, because it isn't. Tigers are larger, lions are taller. Some Siberian tigers can weigh over 300 kilograms. A jaguar usually weighs somewhere between 60 and 120 kilograms. Even exceptionally large males rarely approach tiger size, but jaguars were never designed to be the biggest cat. Everything about their body feels compact, compressed, almost overbuilt. Short legs, massive shoulders, a thick neck, broad chest, heavy skull. And that body shape makes sense. Jaguars evolved inside one of the densest environments on Earth, the Amazon rainforest. In a rainforest, trees block movement. Roots trip runners. Visibility is terrible. You don't chase prey for long distances in a jungle. You ambush it, which is why jaguars evolved into explosive close-range predators. And once they grab something, they usually don't let go. Jaguars are so muscular that they've been seen dragging prey heavier than themselves through mud and dense vegetation. Some have even hauled caimans completely out of the water. And unlike most cats, jaguars are unusually comfortable around water. In parts of the Pantanal wetlands, they spend so much time around rivers that they almost behave like semi-aquatic predators. They cross rivers effortlessly, hunt in flooded forests, and sometimes enter water specifically to attack prey. That already sounds less like a normal feline and more like something evolution built specifically to terrify the rainforest. But the real difference is their bite. The caiman is an apex predator in its own right. Almost nothing in these wetlands wants to attack it. Under normal circumstances, it is the ambush hunter. Armored skin, explosive jaws, a predator capable of turning a careless mistake into a fatal one. Even large predators usually avoid fighting them, but jaguars actively hunt them, especially smaller caiman species. A jaguar may wait silently near muddy riverbanks for long periods, barely moving. Then suddenly, one explosive attack. Usually from behind or above, the jaguar attempts to secure the skull immediately, avoiding the jaws as much as possible. Sometimes they even drag caimans out of shallow water before delivering the killing bite. And that creates one of the strangest predator-prey reversals in nature, a mammal hunting an armored reptile in the reptile's own environment. Because caimans are not defenseless prey, their skulls are heavily reinforced, evolved to survive violent impacts and fights with other predators. Yet jaguars have repeatedly been documented piercing directly through them, which sounds almost impossible until you look at the jaguar's anatomy. Jaguars possess one of the strongest bite forces relative to body size among all big cats alive today. Their bite can exceed 1500 psi, powerful enough to crack heavy bone and penetrate armored prey. But raw force alone isn't what makes the bite unusual. Their skull structure matters too. Jaguars have relatively short, thick jaws compared to other large cats. That shorter structure creates stronger leverage, less reach, far more crushing power, perfect for ending fights quickly. And in dense rainforest, that matters. Of course, even jaguars don't land the perfect skull bite every time. And when they miss their mark, they often switch strategies completely, going for the throat and suffocating the prey like other big cats. But nowhere does the jaguar's bite become more disturbing than when armored animals enter the picture. Giant river turtles are a good example. During nesting season, female turtles crawl onto riverbanks and sandy beaches to lay their eggs. And for jaguars, this becomes an opportunity, almost a seasonal feast. Most predators struggle with turtle shells because the shell is basically a biological shield, thick, curved bone designed specifically for protection. Jaguars sometimes bite straight through it. Even researchers who study big cats still sound slightly impressed when discussing this behavior, because it's unusual, even among apex predators. Giant river otters are one of the few animals in the Amazon that even jaguars don't take lightly. They live in highly social family groups that can contain more than 10 members, loud, intelligent, aggressive, and fully capable of fighting back. These otters have been seen chasing away caimans, harassing predators, and defending their territory together with surprising confidence, which makes the jaguar relationship interesting. Because jaguars do hunt giant river otters, but usually not by charging directly into an entire group. Instead, they look for opportunities, a young otter, an isolated individual, or a moment when the group is vulnerable near the riverbank. And even then, it can be risky. A giant river otter has sharp teeth, powerful jaws, and several family members nearby willing to defend it. So this isn't always a straightforward hunt. It's one dangerous predator trying to overpower another. And in the Amazon, that happens more often than you might think. Fortunately for the jaguar, not every hunt is as challenging as taking on a giant river otter. Capybaras are among the most common prey animals in many parts of the jaguar's range. And unlike otters, they don't fight as a coordinated group. Instead, they rely on vigilance, numbers, and the safety of water. But against a jaguar, even that isn't always enough, because few predators are better at ambush. Like all predators, jaguars fail more often than they succeed. A capybara that spots danger early can reach the water before the jaguar gets close. Peccaries often travel in groups and are willing to fight back. Monkeys can simply disappear into the canopy. A single warning call can ruin an ambush that took hours to set up. And jaguars don't stop there. Their diet is absurdly diverse. Fish, deer, armadillos, over 80 different prey species have been recorded. That adaptability is one reason jaguars survived for so long across such enormous territory. At one point, their range stretched from the southern United States all the way into Argentina. That's nearly an entire hemisphere. But despite this massive range, humans rarely see them, because the jaguar may be one of the greatest ambush predators on Earth. Rainforests hide things. That's what makes them feel mysterious. And jaguars evolved perfectly for that. Their rosette patterns are almost perfectly designed for broken jungle light, sunbeams, leaves, shadow patches. The spots disrupt their outlines so effectively that the cat almost dissolves into the environment. Sometimes even camera footage struggles to reveal them immediately. Your eyes slide right past the animal, which is deeply unsettling once you realize how close they can get without being noticed. Some males patrol areas exceeding 100 square kilometers depending on prey density and habitat quality. And much of that movement happens at dawn, dusk, or night. Researchers often rely heavily on camera traps because direct encounters are surprisingly uncommon. You can spend weeks in jaguar territory and never actually see one, but you'll notice signs, tracks in mud, half-eaten caimans, scratch marks on trees. And that's what makes jaguars different from many other predators. You rarely see them first. People who encounter jaguars in the wild often describe the experience less as watching an animal and more as being watched by something intelligent. And perhaps that's the strangest thing about jaguar. Even today, in an age of satellites, drones, and camera traps, jaguars still move through the parts of South America almost completely unseen. The jaguar doesn't behave like most predators. It appears suddenly, kills efficiently, then vanishes back into the forest, almost as if the jungle itself briefly came alive and then disappeared again. But it isn't the only ghost among the world's wildcats. Half a world away, another feline has earned a similar reputation. Many people call it the ghost of the northern forests,